Imagine you work 9 to 5. Every day you come home tired, beat, because you had to socialize with people. Horrible, I know. Especially customers who forget that they have hands and ask you to do things they can do themselves. It is Friday. But it's not just any Friday, because tomorrow you have something due. Tomorrow, bright and early, at 11 a.m. It is that Friday. It is 9 p.m. You can barely keep your eyes open. You start, forget what you're doing. You pass out at 12. You did not get far. The next day, you wake up at 10 a.m. The sun is staring at you in disappointment through your window. It's an hour till due time. Hi, I'm Sleepy, and you just sat through a dramatic explanation of a part of how this collaboration illustration of Wriothesley.
SpeechModification.com presents How to Pronounce Risley.
My apologies. This is an illustration of Chad Risley from Genshin Impact. This collaboration was by Fublu and 06YP, and I am really grateful that I was allowed to participate, especially because I think I produced one of my greatest, most muscular works yet, especially because I experimented a lot with colors and actually used proper references. Also, spoiler alert, I was late with the submission. I didn't upload until 1 p.m. So I was 2 hours late. Pretty nice. Anyway, back to the illustration. I tried lots of complementary colors in this piece, aka blue and orange, because I was attempting color theory like a good artist. And the background was inspired by retrowave, vaporwave, summer vibes, and Implic, who is a fantastic artist and a god who I was really excited to see was the artist for Link Click when I saw the first episode. So this video will be me talking mostly about colors and references, and I mean a lot of references because I really used them a lot this time because I don't have the strongest body anatomy knowledge and I wanted Risley to look like a real muscular existing man. And most of you guys who see my art on Instagram know that, to be honest, 90% of my art is just skinny men and half bodies. So I made sure to pull up some muscular torsos, some football legs, and I really try to keep in mind that the body is round. The body has dimensions, so I can't be drawing his leg slot or his chest, for example, flatter than the most papery paper you've ever seen. As mentioned before, the primary colors I ended up settling on became blue and orange. This first color scheme you saw me use briefly, it didn't feel warm or summery enough, so I ended up changing to this. And also, blue and orange are the most beautiful complementary color sets, and if you have a different opinion, then you're just wrong. Now, even if you don't know complementary color sets out of your head, for example, I only know blue and orange and the Christmas set, that's fine because the color wheel in your program has you covered. So, in your painting program, if it's normal, it uses a color wheel. What you're going to do is just pick the direct opposite of the color you're currently using, and ta-da! They complement each other. So, whenever you're having trouble picking colors, just use this technique. And it's literally impossible to fail unless the colors you chose are ugly. For example, green. While you're doing it, keep in mind that it's best to use just one color as your dominant main color, while the other one is literally just its sidekick. So in this one, for example, my main color is orange, while the sidekick is, the blue. It's in the shadows, it's a little bit in the hair, and it's in the background. Because the job of the sidekick color is to complement the main color, if you catch my drift and are picking up what I am putting down. Yes. Also, keep in mind that you don't have to use the most saturated colors the world has ever seen for it to work. Just remember, saturation is a thing and you can raise it and lower it. And remember that you can move around the spirit in the color wheel. Don't be restricted to the most reds of reds or the greens of greens. So once I figured out my colors, I just needed to do my multiply layer magic and I was basically done. I just had to render everything. So that's what you'll be watching for a while with the backing track of some peaceful music. Also, a big way I managed to get the effect that you'll see here is really just that I respectfully and gently use the hell out of the complementary colors for buff that. In the warm orangey shadows, I'd put bits of blue and I'd use a low opacity brush so that it wouldn't be too strong and it would be able to blend in with the orange as if it were natural. In the cold lights, like his black but not actually black because it's blue shirt, I'd put bits of oranges, and the bits of oranges would make it look a lot more interesting because, as mentioned in my last video, which you should probably go watch, contrast makes things look really cool. I had a lot of fun and put some blue lines around the edges, especially where it was orange, because again, it makes good contrast, it makes good illusion of detail, and again, what did I say? Art is how much we can bullshit our audience, right guys? Right. At the end, I do my tried and true reliable tone curve tool, and I added some flow particles, and I also added basically question why I've drawn him like this and why you're watching it, and we're done. Hi, the video is over, but you're still here, so thanks again for watching. I tried to loosen up a bit more. I don't know if it worked, but I also tried to learn how to edit some more so you guys could have more fun watching the recording process. So I hope that made it a lot more interesting. I added some real life existential dread at the start. I'm very sorry if that triggered anybody. Please don't procrastinate, boys. But that's all, and thanks for watching again. And thanks a lot for all the people who supported my last and first video. Right, until next time. Bye.